Welcome back to the Chrissy B Show, everyone, your program for things related to mental health and well-being. So now it's time to talk about foods and healing. And today we have with us Hannah Richards. You'll know her and love her, and she's here not with a recipe but to talk us through some really important things. So Hannah, welcome back to the show.
Hi Chrissy.
It's lovely to have you on. So this is something that you actually specialise in, healing foods. Can you tell us what foods are they and why they're important?
Yeah, sure. I think, well, I'm going to really talk about the healing foods that are really good for our gut, and our gut's really vogue at the moment. You can't really go anywhere at the moment, can you, without someone saying, oh, eat this or drink this, it will increase your gut health. And I think the main point to make is that with all this new information and research coming out, that it's really highlighted the relationship between the gut and the brain, because there's a nerve that connects the two. It's called the vagus nerve. Think of it a bit like a hose pipe, and it connects the brain to the gut, and that means that everything that goes on in the gut directly affects how you think and how you feel.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It's really amazing. Which means that we used to think that depression or the blues and these kind of anxiety issues had no relationship to what we eat, and now we're understanding that everything we eat has a direct influence to exactly how we feel. And so there are foods that create health, create good bacteria, and we've all heard of the term at the moment, I'm sure, the microbiome. And the microbiome is a bit like a rose garden. And if you feed that rose garden with good water and plant food and things like that, then the roses grow. And if you don't feed the rose garden, the roses die. And it's a bit like the same in the gut. So healing foods for the gut and therefore your microbiome are plant foods, foods that have colour, foods that are from your natural environment. There's a type of food called polyphenols, and they're the main types of food that your gut loves. They're like food for your little microbes in your gut.
Oh, okay.
And they're things like chocolate.
Really? What kind of chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Okay.
Red wine is actually a polyphenol. Blackberries, blueberries, cherries, all these very dark foods, but plant foods, vegetables and fruits as well. And so I think the main point to take home as well is that if we eat more food that's from Mother Nature, from the land, then we're going to increase the health of our entire body. And that's basically, everyone can do that, no matter where you're from or where what part of the world you live in. It's sort of free, isn't it? You know, being outside as well, that increases our microbiome, because we have microbes everywhere, bacteria everywhere. And the more diverse bacteria you have, again, the healthier your body will be. So just going for a country walk, for example, you're going to increase the bacteria in your gut. Doing sport.
I didn't know that affected it as well.
Absolutely. Camping, you know, kids love camping.
Yeah, I used to do that,
And just being in nature, in gut circles, they call it, you know, rewilding yourself. And that's just being outside in nature, being in life.
You do a lot of that, don't you? Because I see on your Instagram posts, you really look like an outdoorsy girl.
I love it. I spend quite a lot of time in Somerset, and I think the thing about being in the outdoors is that you just calm down, you slow down your pace, and you can figure things out a bit more. I think we eat less, we sleep more. You know, we really sort of recharge when we're in the big outdoors.
Regarding some of the foods that you mentioned blueberries, blackberries, cherries, all those kind of things. Now, for someone that is trying to be a bit healthier, do these things have to be organic to make a difference, or can just the normal stuff help?
I think that if we're talking about how much more diversity in the microbiome term can these foods affect, then the foods that are in the wild, that are organic, that are seasonal, are definitely healthier. They're going to have a better beneficial. Commercially farmed things will have fertilizers and pesticides, but they still have the nutritional components to them. They just sort of have another chemical layer to them that you have to break down. So just because you can't get organic doesn't mean you don't,
just
don't
give up
bother.
on the idea
Absolutely
of,
not.
like,
No.
okay.
Fruits and vegetables. If you have fruits and vegetables in your life every single day, you're doing a really good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if for someone that maybe is just starting out, that has a very unhealthy diet, and maybe they don't really like fruits and vegetables, obviously you can't sort of expect people to kind of change overnight and change everything, but what maybe are the first steps that the person could take to getting on that journey of being healthier?
Sure. I think maybe a smoothie would work. So sometimes people don't like vegetables and fruits, but if they're sweeter, so we all like the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
So if you had a smoothie with banana and blueberries and strawberries, then that might be a way to go. And sometimes you can sneak a bit of spinach in it, because you wouldn't taste it. So as long as the person didn't know it had spinach in it, then you could do those kind of things. And for people who don't like vegetables, blend them up into a soup. If you're making, everyone likes tomato soup, don't they?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't know if everyone else does.
But you can sneak other green vegetables. I find most people have a problem with green vegetables. Okay. So whichever way you can sneak them in, then do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely something that everyone can do.
Absolutely, yeah.
Brilliant. Hannah, thank you so much.
Pleasure. Nice to see you.
You're going to be with us again very soon.
Hope so.
Definitely. All right. See you.